So, vlog video, long time no see, but I'm back here in Nashville at my fam's house to celebrate Thanksgiving. My mom's over here making fun of me. Say hi, Mom!
I'm not making fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think.
There's Mom and Dad's garage, slightly messy, but no big deal. Nothing embarrassing to see there. Anyway, so I'm going to take a little walk around my neighborhood and show you around. I'm just going to show you around town. In a few days, I'm going to Columbus, Ohio to visit the fam. Mom's giving me that look like, watch where you're going. And anyway, I'm going to show you all around. And first thing we're going to do is take a little walk in my neighborhood.
Nancy's dog, her thing looks good.
Oh, that Mom right there. Yeah. That's pretty.
Willow oak with slivers of.
That's right. What is that? You can't go in there?
That was not up the other day because her plaque's right there.
You know why? Because they have this stuff in here. They don't want people coming in.
Let me ask Dad. I think he knows the.
So I'm here at the pool house with my mom, and she's going to show me a plaque of this lady. She used to be the neighborhood swim teacher, and super fit lady. I would see her walking like every single day. She did the water aerobics and all that, but she had this back surgery recently, and when I heard about that, I was actually a little bit concerned because back surgery is kind of iffy, and I just didn't have a good feeling about it. I just felt like, why does she need this back surgery? I know she had some issues with like scoliosis and pain, but I don't know how severe it was, so I can't, you know, judge on that. I don't know if she was a believer, if she prayed for healing or anything like that. I don't know. But anyway, 2 weeks after her back surgery, she was having some problems. She went to the ER and she passed away from a heart attack. And this lady was early to mid 50s, super fit. I wasn't even expecting that drastic of a event to happen, but she has a plaque up here and I really want to see it because I'm just, you know, I was just really sad that that happened and super unexpected. Well, her plaque is like right there, but there is this lock here and I can't get in to see it. Gotta have this little local library. Let's see what we can find in here. Tipping Point, haven't read it, but I hear about that one. Oh, got a Mike Huckabee book. Got some other books here. Interesting collection in the neighborhood. Library.
Somewhere in Kentucky, for Thanksgiving. He was invited.
Here's
Those
just
bushes have really popped up. Look.
uh-huh.
I didn't realize they had grown that much.
This is just a little hangout area right here by this little lake. Oh, there's some bugs. So we weren't able to break into the pool house, but maybe tomorrow we can. Just gonna enjoy a nice little relaxing bench moment here in the neighborhood.
18
Alright, so day 2 back in Nashville, and I'm in Franklin and there's some really noisy birds right here. But anyway, I'm hitting up the juice. I think it's called like Franklin Juice Bar or something. Anyway, it used to be The Juice Bar or I Love Juice Bar, but they changed the name. This is my favorite juice place in Franklin. That's my mom.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
So, this afternoon, it's Monday afternoon, actually, my second day here in Nashville and Franklin, and my mom's making a lot of noise over here. Lots of leaves out here, plenty of leaves. Gotta get the leaf collector out here. So it's actually getting kind of dark. We're taking a walk Monday afternoon in Franktown and enjoyed a nice manicure this afternoon. Went to the juice bar, taking it easy, doing some work today. Mom's doing tons of blowing leaves around because they got a million leaves around here. I forgot about all these leaves. They didn't really have this many leaves in Colorado because there's like only one tree that loses leaves, like the aspen, that's it. Everything else, like the pine trees, don't lose leaves. So,
Oh, that's true.
anyway, me and Mom are having lots of fun, enjoying the neighborhood, right? Oh, yeah.
I guess maybe just across the, I know where Jean lives with the doggy.
So I'm back inside after a little walk and some errands today, and I'm about to do some more Bible reading. I've been working a lot of my Bible reading because I go to Bible college. In case this is your first video, I go to Charis Bible College in Colorado, and we have to read the Bible from September to May. So it's like, I don't know, 9, 10 months, something like that. But I'm really behind. I'm probably like 11 or 12 days behind. I'm not even sure at this point. But it is a lot of, not a lot of effort, but it probably takes me 45 minutes to an hour a day to read, because the Old Testament, sometimes you just have to really chew on it, process it a little bit more. So I'm really working on catching up on that. One thing I use to help me understand my Bible reading is the, I don't know if you can see it right there, it's the Andrew Womack Living Commentary. Basically what a commentary is, it kind of goes verse by verse and explains like what that verse means. And I found this like super duper helpful when I'm just going through and reading to understand more about what I'm reading. So this really isn't my first time to read through the whole Bible. I did read through the whole Bible back in 2007 to 2009. It took me like a year and a half. When I was living in Spain, teaching abroad, I was reading the Bible, and I think that even at that time, even though I wasn't really close, I didn't have like a strong relationship with the Lord, with Jesus, like I just knew in my heart, I'm like, I need to read the Bible all the way through. I need to know what the Bible says. And the funny thing is with the Bible, like, yeah, I read that like 15 years ago. And I did last year kind of read / listen to the Bible in a year last year. And I just, from like the last 10 years or 12 years, whatever, the last time I did it, like, I just got so many different things out of it. And even this year, now that I'm going back through and I'm reading every single day, I'm not listening. Sometimes it's easy to listen when you're in a hurry or you're busy, but when you actually sit down and read, you just get so much more out of the Bible. And it's like, honestly, like some of the stories, like I'm like, wow. So if you've never done that, I highly recommend doing that. It's full of a lot of wisdom, a lot of insight. It's just going to give you a whole fresh perspective on life and even the Bible characters. A lot of times we have this impression that the Bible characters like are all perfect, or like, oh, to be righteous in the sight of God you have to be all perfect and everything. But like Abraham wasn't perfect, David wasn't perfect, all these stories in the Old Testament. A lot of people say, oh, you know, the Bible, you know, God, he allows this and he allows this and he allows that and whatever else. But just because the stories in the Bible doesn't mean God wanted that to happen. In fact, most of the things happen and God didn't want those things to happen. It's most of the time people were being disobedient or complaining or doing something that God didn't want them to do, and then there was a consequence as a result. And guess what? That's still true today. So like actually right now I'm reading about David and Saul was the first king of Israel. They didn't have a king for a long time they just had these things called like the judges, like you know, there's a whole 2 books, first and second, I think the first and second Judges, or maybe it's just Judges. Anyway, they just had these kind of leaders over the different tribes of Israel, I guess you would call it. And anyway, but they didn't really have a king, and God wasn't necessarily going to give them a king, but they kind of begged him for a king. And so God's like, oh, you're probably not going to like it, but if you have to have one, he selected Saul to be the king. And Saul was like a little hit or miss. Like, he kind of started out good, but then he made some mistakes. And anyway, you know, the whole David and Goliath story. So I guess Saul was looking for someone to, you know, fight this Goliath, the Philistines or whatever, and I'm missing a lot of information here. But anyway, David ends up going and volunteering. He just trusted the Lord that he could take out this Goliath, and he did. And then Saul was like super happy about that, and like in a roundabout way, like Saul used to really like David. This was David when he was young. He's probably a teenager at this time. I don't really know. It doesn't say, but I'll have to read more of the commentary on that. But basically, Saul really liked David, wanted him to be like in his court or something like that. Like he was like a good warrior, basically, and wanted to get him to marry. Saul wanted him to marry one of his daughters, so David would be his son-in-law, basically. But David was like, oh no, I'm not worthy to be your son-in-law. I'm just like a shepherd boy or whatever. But anyway, long story short, David ends up marrying one of his daughters, and David's like best buds with his son Jonathan. But later Saul becomes jealous of David because David's such a great warrior, and he is able to defeat so many more enemies than Saul is. Anyway, then Saul wants to kill David, and it's just crazy. But I think the biggest takeaway from the Bible, not one of the biggest, like of course Jesus died on the cross, forgive us of our sins. So I think one of the biggest takeaways from reading the whole Bible is basically that God's not looking for perfect people. He's not looking for qualified people. He's not looking for people with PhDs or masters or any kind of degree or anything like that. He's just looking for people who are willing to lay down their life for the Lord, just for the Lord to use them and call them into whatever way that might be. That might be a ministry in your own household. That might be a ministry in your city. That might just mean like being a leader in your workplace. That might mean going to Africa, but it doesn't have to be going to Africa. You could be going to your hometown. It could be going to New York City. You know, a lot of times they say like the leader ministry starts in your own home with the people that you live with, the people that you're in relationship with every day. And sometimes like that's the hardest ministry to have, right? Because not everyone is on page with the way that you believe. But don't feel like God can't use you if you're not perfect, if you've made a lot of mistakes, if you've, you know, done all sorts of crazy stuff, been in jail, or, you know, done drugs. Like, God can use anybody. And in fact, it says, I think it's in 1st or 2nd Corinthians, something like that. I should know this, but it says God uses the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. So he takes the people you least expect to amount to anything necessarily in the world's perspective, and he uses those people to actually kind of, you know, make wise people realize that they don't know anything without the Lord. Like, they think they're self-righteous, like they all have it all figured out themselves and they don't need Jesus. But God uses people you least expect to convict you, to help you realize, okay, no, I do need the Lord in my life. So I don't know if all that made sense, but basically what I'm encouraging you to do is to read the Bible all the way through. You don't have to put like a time limit on it or like a 1-year plan or anything like that, but just get started. Read about 4 chapters a day. You could do 2 in the Old Testament, or 3 in the Old Testament, 1 in the New Testament. That's usually how it works out. But it's really eye-opening. You just ask God to show you every single day something new when you're reading, or just help you to understand it. Or get the Andrew Womack Living Commentary, or there's other commentaries as well out there that help you understand. And it's really going to help you just widen your perspective of understanding of life. So basically the Bible is our guidebook to life, and a lot of people are confused about life because guess what, they're not reading this. They're trying to figure it out all on their own, when actually God has it already figured out for us. And if we are able to surrender our hearts and to humble ourselves, God's gonna show us that. But So many people like, I don't need God, I'm gonna figure it out the hard way, and then they wonder why they, you know, have so many challenges, or they run into problems and they don't know what to do. But just surrender your heart to the Lord. Just ask God to help you, show you what he has for you, what he's calling you to in life, what direction he wants you to go. Don't feel like everything in life is on your shoulders to provide for yourself, to figure out your job, to you know, get that perfect job or whatever. Ask God to partner with you, to open those doors, to show you favor, to bless you and help you to be, not just bless you just to have more stuff or just to have all this whatever you want, but to be a blessing to others. So basically, as you're blessed, that you give and you share with others. And there's a whole scripture about the sower and the eater. That's a whole other story for another day. But anyway, a lot there. I just highly encourage you to get in the Word every single day. It's going to plant seeds of blessings in you, revelation, knowledge, understanding, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's my spiel for reading the Bible today. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I love to help you. I love to help you get started doing that. Guide you in the right direction. So it's day 3 in Nashville.
Whoa.
Thanksgiving break. And today we have a special adventure to get my hair cut, right, Mom?
Right, Mom.
There's Mom.
I mean, right, sis.
Make sure everybody's checking to see which way to go. It's been raining. The leaf man just came this morning. But we're gonna get out and check out what things are going on in Franklin.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
So I'm here at a Moment's Peace salon and day spa in Cool Springs in Franklin in Nashville. And yeah, I haven't been here in a couple of years, but I will show you my haircut when I'm done. Alright, so I just got my hair done and I will put some pictures on the screen. It's starting to rain a little bit, but it was so nice in there, so pretty. We did a lot of shopping. They have little knickknacks and all that. I haven't been to a Moment Peace salon in probably several years. But anyway, it was a nice little spa day, I guess you could call it.
It's almost like a real deal.
So, if you're ever in Franklin and you look for a salon, come to the Moment's Peace salon, right, Mom?
Righto.
Did you have fun?
I did. It was amazing. Everything I looked at was so pretty in there with the Christmas decor.
Yeah, Mom bought a lot of Christmas stuff and maybe a little stocking stuffer and all that. But they do also massage, manicure, pedicure, hair color cuts, and they have like a little boutique.
They should pay us. They should pay.
So we had a good time. Adios, a Moment's Peace salon.
I mean, I hadn't been in there.
They have other stuff around
before
here.
COVID.
Yeah, it's been probably what?
Maybe 10 years.
Yeah, no, I think we went one time in like 2018 for a massage. Going to the chicken salad chick next. Gotta check out what they got. Looks pretty good.
You can choose a scoop.
So what's the verdict, Mom?
Well, I'm wanting to get the lemon basil and the pasta salad. And Dad the broccoli.
So here we are at the chicken salad chick. It's like a chicken salad place. It's actually quite tasty. And Starbucks and other stuff in Franklin. Mom's going in. All right, here is the turkey, live in action. Even got the stuffing on that end, hard to tell, but it's dark in here. But Look at that turkey. All right, almost time to eat Thanksgiving dinner.
How did that happen?
I don't know. They really didn't say.